Hello, my name is George Solomon. I'm a professor of management here at George Washington University and the lead professor in the Entrepreneurship program. I'm happy today to talk to you about our new concentration in entrepreneurship called Innovation and Entrepreneurship. My background is that I came to GW, in fact, in 1974, where I did my doctorate degree in, of all things, small business and entrepreneurship. When I graduated from GW in 1983, I joined the U.S. Small Business Administration as a middle manager and eventually became a senior manager in the area of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial development. That allowed me an opportunity to develop national programs to help people learn how to start, stop, and grow their businesses. In 2004, I was fortunate enough to join the faculty here at GW on a full-time basis, and have been here since that time, and I'm now heavily involved in not only the curriculum part of this shop, we also have a Center for Entrepreneurship, which offers you an opportunity to compete in elevator pitches and new venture creation programs. In fact, both of those programs combined have an annual payout of over $300,000. Well, the biggest question that's being asked today is, do firms need to be more innovative and entrepreneurial? And so we treat entrepreneurship and innovation as not something that requires you to build a business, but a mindset and an ability to do so. In Washington, D.C., a lot of people are involved in associations, which is nonprofit. There's a lot of discussion about the fact that D.C. is growing its tech corridor. So by the time you are graduating from GW, Washington, D.C. will be rated in the top 3 areas for new technology and for technology innovations. And so the time is here for you to get prepared so that in 2 or 3 years you'll be a commodity worthy of joining a new startup or working with an NGO in terms of helping the community here in the United States or overseas. One of the interesting things about studying in the area of innovation and entrepreneurship is that we here at GW are collaborating with other universities both locally and regionally. We work with Georgetown University and American University and to some extent Maryland on a number of projects, and we're now in the early stages of developing a mid-Atlantic elevator pitch competition in which we have schools at St. John's University, Rowan University, University of Delaware, American University, and GW, to allow students to get a sense of how well they're competing against not only within the university but against other potential competitors for the positions they want up and down the East Coast. On an international level, we have a close working relationship with an organization called the International Council for Small Business. And that has people involved in entrepreneurship and small business worldwide. They recently worked with the United Nations in creating a day strictly to honor people in small and micro businesses worldwide. So we give you a taste of Washington, a taste of the Mid-Atlantic, and a global perspective in all our classes. In fact, the executive director, Dr. Ayman Tarabishi, is also on faculty here at GW, so we take that kind of background knowledge and integrate it into our classes. So for our international students and even our students here in the U.S., we get both the international focus, the sort of regional focus, and the local focus, and so we think that makes us unique. Well, everything you read today is about innovation and what we call creative destruction. Everything is changing. Change is occurring almost instantaneously. And so what we do is train the students in the Innovation and Entrepreneurship program to think creatively and innovatively, to take risks, to sort of stand out, which is a little bit different than majoring in finance or accounting, where the emphasis there is on making sure you have your numbers work well. As the changing landscape continually moves, we start to see programs in marketing and strategy now combining more about innovation and entrepreneurship. And so if you're looking to be a person who has a macro point of view and looking at businesses as opposed to micro point of view, looking specifically at your areas, marketing or finance or accounting or information systems. So I would say that if you're looking for a long-term career that would eventually end up you running your own business, our program will help you prepare yourself so that when you're talking to potential employers, Booz Allen and Hamilton, Deloitte, Touche, and other organizations, they're going to say that's what we want. We want innovative and creative people, and you learn the basic fundamentals of doing this, and now we want you to apply it working for us in our company. It's not easy because things are, as I said earlier, changing dramatically. I tend to read Fast Company, Inc. magazine, Entrepreneur magazine. I periodically look at blogs online. I look to see what YouTube is putting out there. But basically, because the whole discussion of innovation and creativity and entrepreneurship is in the daily press and in the daily news, simply keeping up with the daily informational flow is more than adequate. At the same time, looking back on what we have already learned about people who want to be entrepreneurial and trying to incorporate that into new programs and new outreaches. For instance, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, the term evangelist didn't exist in the lexicon of American business. Today, many people are called evangelists, people who go out and promote the program. They were called salespersons 10 years ago. Today they're evangelists, and so we're trying to keep up with that. And also, because of my background working at the Small Business Administration, I have a lot of contacts in the private sector and to major organizations working with small businesses. So we try to keep abreast of new trends and what's going on and who's proposing new innovative techniques. Okay, in summary, if you're really interested in this whole area of innovation and entrepreneurship, and all the data tends to indicate that the millennial generation wants to move around, change, come up with new, I would suggest that you get involved early on with not only the curriculum here at GW, but the extracurricular activities. We have a number of clubs and organizations, both for men and for women, specifically talking about business and about innovation and about starting your own business. I'd also early on get involved with our elevator pitch competition, our new venture competition every spring here at GW. Taking courses, maybe sitting in on graduate courses in entrepreneurship and hearing what people who are a few years ahead of you are thinking of doing. The opportunities are endless. It's up to you to basically take charge and craft your own sort of learning contract.